Hey everybody, welcome back to In the Kitchen with Chef Elaine. And boy, do I have a treat for you today. We are going to make a nice, delicious, and quick meal. And while you can see, we gonna make it spicy. Well, not spicy, but we gonna be a little lit up in here. You know what I'm saying? So by the description, you can tell that we are gonna be making some shrimp scampi. And you know that when we make some shrimp scampi, we gotta include our alcohol. So we gotta get into it. Let's introduce what we're gonna be using today. We are gonna be using some shrimp, some black pepper, some red pepper flakes, some annatto, butter, ground allspice, adobo, olive oil, and of course, our best friend, white wine. So let's get into it. Let's cook it up. So I also want to add that if you are cooking the shrimp scampi with pasta, you want to make sure that you go ahead and start off a pot with some water and some salt and bring that up to a boil before you drop in your pasta, all right? But the scampi is going to take really quick. Okay, so your water is to a boil. You have your salt in there, and I just put a touch of oil so that my pasta doesn't stick. I'm putting in my pasta. I'm using fettuccine here. You want to make sure that your fettuccine is all on one side, and then when it starts to cook, it's going to start seeping up into the pan, and then I like to move it around so that I can incorporate it into the pan so that the ends that's on the outside does not burn. Excellent. Nice little trick. You can also cut your pasta in half, break it in half, should I say, and then incorporate it like that. But if you want nice long spaghetti for your pasta dish, then of course this is the way to go. Okay. Also, depending on your pasta, the cooking time is going to differ. So a good 8 to 10 minutes for an al dente pasta, which is to the bite, is what we're looking for. You don't want it too much and you don't want it too hard. Al dente to the bite is the perfect way to go. 8 to 10 minutes, depending upon the pasta you're using. Okay, as usual, we are going to season up our shrimp. So these are the seasonings that we're going to be using for our shrimp. Remember to always rinse and pat dry your protein. Wipe any slime that comes from the bag, any bacteria that came from the factory. Clean it off, pat it dry, especially so that your seasonings can stay on your protein, okay? All right, so of course, season to your liking and use the ingredients that you have within your household. This is what I have in mind, and I'm gonna season it to my liking. First, I'm starting off with the adobo, some black pepper, ground allspice, and then annatto for seasoning and coloring at the same time. Okay, and we're gonna mix that up. Mix it up well, make sure it's nicely incorporated. You can already see your shrimp is obtaining that annatto color. It's gonna get nice and vibrant once it hits the pan. Okay. And then place your shrimp to the side until you're ready to incorporate into your pan. Okay, for your scampi now, you want to make sure that you have a nice medium heat. You want to add your stick of butter to the pan. Then you want to add some oil to your pan. Move it around. Minced garlic. I'm using the bottle one, so that's pretty harsh. So a little goes a long way. Now, you don't have to cook your garlic for long, right? Once you smell that aroma of the garlic, you know that it's ready, right? You don't want your garlic to burn. It's gonna burn relatively quickly. So once you smell your garlic, that's when you can add your next ingredients. So now we're gonna add in our shrimp. And just make sure that they are not on top of one another. They all are able to receive the same temperature and heat from the pan. So once again, you know that your shrimp is ready when you start to see it's that opaque color, that light pink color is coming at the side that you're cooking on. And now you can turn over your shrimp. Okay, so now you want to add some wine. Please be cautious when adding wine. The fire does flare up, especially if you're using high heat. So I'm just going to back up just a tad bit. Add in some wine. Move it around. Pepper flakes. Nice little spiciness coming into play. Just a little minimal heat. Okay. And just a little more butter to bring the sauce together. Let's not forget our squeeze lime. Mine is a big lime. Don't forget your nice fresh lemon juice to add. So I took this recipe a step further by removing my shrimp and adding some spinach so that I can cook down my wine just a little further and I can have that nice, colorful, appealing meal. All right, so there we have it, our shrimp scampi. Don't forget a nice little squeeze of lime. Some nice grated Parmesan. Ooh. I'm a cheese girl, so you know I gotta do that. Ooh, delicious. And of course, don't forget to put that rest of the wine to use. You didn't buy it for no reason, right? Oh, yes. Look at that. Nice, delicious, quick meal. Shrimp scampi and a side of white wine for dinner. Thank me later. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how this recipe came out for you. And please thank my assistant chef, my daughter, Lily.